Hey everybody, welcome to another review. This time is SH Figuarts Jiraiya from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Let's get started. Overall, I was skeptical about even stepping and continuing in line, but I'm like, you know what, I'm this far in, so let me continue. Jiraiya actually ended up being one of my more favorites at this point. Being a taller sculpt, being different. I like when they do things different. Being the same thing, getting repetitive, sometimes you just lose its edge. But with Jiraiya, I actually got something really nice. So let's get in and go over that. A staple in Naruto is obviously the folding arms. It's actually done in Dragon Ball as well. But in this, Gaara, Naruto, Madara, Jiraiya, they all have it. So it's just one of those things that's pretty much included. At this point, it's gotten so good, you don't have to worry about whether or not the folding arm part is a good or bad idea. One of the cool things is that you can easily pop it apart by lifting the arms over each other and just popping the arms right out. And the reason why I want to cover that first, because I know some people actually have trouble with it, and it's fine if you do. Hopefully this helps guide your way with it. So what I usually do is I take the arm plugs out. Well, not out, sorry. I take out to extend the articulation by rotating the shoulders out. Find the arm to do the proper thing. And what you want to do is you want to be careful with this, because this actually lifts up really easy. It'll make you think that you're not plugging it in properly. So you make sure it's the same. Plugs back. Oop, I dropped it like a crazy person. And it plugs right in. That way you can just fold the arms down and voila. So I'm going to do the same on the left-hand side for him. And then we're going to continue to review him. You heard that tiny click? That tiny click lets you know that you've gotten it in properly. And as you can see with normal arms, Jiraiya actually looks really, really dope. I'm really feeling it. So he looks nice right here. Wow, he looks really nice. And one of the cool things about it that I think that they included was that up top you would get one of those hard plastic robes. And this is what word mean, I guess a lot of other people. That up top would be the hard plastic robes, but down here it's actually soft plastic, including the waist area, which allows for articulation. No more the nonsense of messing up the legs or messing up articulation. As you can see, I folded it up and it came right back down. So the nice transition from soft to hard plastic is really dope. It's something I actually wish was really done for Madara, especially considering his chest plate, because I'm a little annoyed that he can't do anything whatsoever. So as far as leg articulation, you actually can go up really far. You actually can extend out. You can actually do a split as well on both sides, as you can see. And you can go forward and backwards actually pretty far. You get excellent ankle pivot. You get cool toe pivot. And what's cool about this is the sandals are not actually attached. It's one of those things where it's like actual sandals when you put your front piece into it. So I think a lot of engineering actually went into this. The hair extension is really dope, because what happens is you actually full mobility here, up, down, left, right. The hair is soft, so it doesn't always have to get in the way. And you can actually rotate the ponytail up to give you a little bit more of articulation. It's not articulated like Super Saiyan 3 Goku's hair, but obviously you get where it's going, right? If not, hopefully you do. The butterfly joint actually is really cool because it extends really, really far. And the ab crunch is pretty serious. You can actually go this far. So Jiraiya actually has a dope and crazy exceptional articulation. So you can get all sorts of weird and crazy ninjutsu moves if you wanted to out of him. And I like that. I like that a lot. One quick thing I want to point out is that changing his hair and head is a little different. It's not one that you normally would do. You actually remove the front hair and the head, and you remove it from the top, and there's grooves in his head. So real quick, I'm going to put that back in. Voila. Have him standing up. And I want to go over some other stuff real fast. So as far as faces and accessories, Jiraiya comes with the cool blinking eye happy face. His crazy saging face, which is pretty dope. And pretty serious face, which obviously put under the hairpiece every time it actually looks really good. Then you get his sage hand. I believe this was the summon jutsu hand, if I remember correctly. And one of the things that I want to point out on the opposite side of the hands, you actually have to remove the gauntlets and do the whole Iron Man maneuver for him, which I am not a fan of. I don't think that was pretty smart on the end of Bandai to do that. But I'll get over it like I always do. I'm annoyed. I've always been annoyed with the whole swapping of the wrist pads thing. So, and that's the reason why I pretty much dropped it. Give me 1 second. And as you can see, that's why I'm not a fan of it, because immediately I pretty much dropped it almost right away. So real quick, pop that in, and that's how it goes there. It's always these two pieces out, so remember that. And you can just pop it along the hand. I'm going to take it off and leave it off for a bit. You also get, outside of the Summon Ninjutsu hand, you get the two other open palms when Jiraiya does any of his special moves. The perm, you know, he's known as the perv, so you get two hands for actually holding his Icha tactics. As you can see right there. Ooh, excuse me. You get one for the left and one for the right hand, so you can hold it in either hand. And you get a hand for, excuse me. And you get a hand for the Rasengan. So that's pretty dope. You only can hit it with the left hand and doing it right. Also, the hands for holding Icha tactics also can hold the ice cream that he gets. And there's actually two pieces, which is pretty dope. So that means he can hold it in either hand. And the ice cream pieces meet. And they can make one piece that symbolizes the ice cream that he would give Naruto, if you remembered. If not, it's okay. It's been like 10 years. But overall, Jiraiya is like really, really dope. He's one of those things where he kind of just flew under the radar and nobody pre-ordered it. So it's going to be one of those things where there's definitely not enough of him made. So this is going to be a problem. He was web shop in Japan, so I would worry if I were you guys if you didn't order it. Real quick, I want to show you guys a size comparison against other Naruto characters. So let's get started. This is him next to Gaara. This is him. Oop, Gaara fell. This is him next to Minato. So I'm going to fix Gaara real fast. It's been a long time since I've posed these guys. They're pretty stiff. I know you can hear that. So next to Minato and Gaara, Jiraiya actually is gigantic over them. And that's good because he's supposed to be taller. The guy's older and taller, plus Minato died. Here he is next to Madara. Still taller. It's actually a really nice scaling of these two. Here he is next to Itachi. Itachi actually always feel like he's leaning. I don't know why. Size-wise, he looks really nice. And then compared to Kakashi, Naruto, and Sasuke, Kakashi is actually pretty tall. So, oh no, my Kakashi face fell out. For those who are going to ask about the robe was made by CJ. I usually get custom clothing from him. You can check out other videos with him in there. Here he is next to Sasuke. Oh man, he fell. As you can see, Jiraiya actually towers over them. I like the sizing. Real quick, I'm going to compare it to some other lines so you guys can see what's going on. Here he is next to an SH Figuarts Sentai figure. Here he is next to a custom Super Saiyan Ascended Vegeta. Vegeta's not the best one to scale. I probably shouldn't have done that. Here he is next to a Storm Collectible Scorpion. Here he is up with a Marvel Legend. So Jiraiya is actually bigger than a Marvel Legend. So let's take some of these guys away. Real quick, compare him to an Articulated Icons Ninja. I think you guys get the gist of it at this point. Here's Vegeta, tiny butt next to him. So yeah, Jiraiya is actually a nice height. He comes with a ton of stuff. I think he's well worth it, especially if you want to do cool and funny photos or you want to do the more action stuff. I think the only thing that he's missing at this point, in my opinion, would be his true Sage mode and maybe a summoning thing. But you can actually probably get that from a statue if you really wanted to. Overall, really enjoying the figure. Really happy with articulation. Very happy with the soft plastic robe, as well as the piece back here for his scrolls is actually movable just as well. It's on a soft plastic ring. I've been enjoying it. I hope you found this informative. I hope you helped it. And I hope if you're a big Naruto fan, you pre-ordered this. In the meantime, guys, do good, be good, drink your water. One quick thing that I found out while taking pictures is that you can actually remove Jiraiya's Rasengan. So yeah, in case I forgot in review, which I'm pretty sure I did because I just found out, here you go. You can actually remove his Rasengan easily.